He packed the last box, the cardboard groaning under the weight of 10 years of shared memories. A framed photo peeked out. Them on their wedding day, impossibly young and grinning at a future they thought they knew. He sighed, placing it on the counter. She stood in the doorway, her arms crossed, a shield against the silence that had grown between them. "Is that everything?" she asked, her voice flat. "Almost," he replied, not looking at her. He walked to the old oak desk, a wedding gift from her parents, and pulled out a small, worn wooden box. "Remember this?" She nodded, a flicker of something in her eyes. "Our memory box." He opened it. Inside were ticket stubs from their first movie, a dried rose from their first anniversary, and a folded piece of paper. He unfolded it. "It's the list we made," he said softly. "Things to do before we're old and gray." She walked closer, peering at the faded ink. Number 1, watch the sunrise from a mountaintop. They'd done that, shivering under a shared blanket. Number 3, learn to dance the tango. He'd stepped on her feet so many times they'd laughed until they cried. Number 7, build a life together. "We did pretty good," she whispered, her voice catching. "We did," he agreed. He looked at her, really looked at her for the first time in months. He saw not the stranger he'd been living with, but the girl who'd stolen his jacket on a cold night, the woman who'd held his hand through his father's funeral, the partner who had helped him build this life. "There's one thing we never checked off," he said, pointing to the last item on the list. Number 10, fall in love all over again. Silence. The air was thick with unspoken words, with years of hurt and misunderstanding. But for the first time, it wasn't an empty silence. It was a space, a possibility. "Maybe," she said, her voice barely a whisper, as a single tear traced a path down her cheek. "Maybe, before we unpack all this, we could start with that one." He reached out, his hand covering hers on the list, and for the first time in a very long time, they weren't just two people in a room full of boxes. They were a team again. This story reminds us that sometimes, before closing a chapter, it's worth rereading the first pages. If you're going through a tough time, remember the love that started it all. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that touch the heart. See you next time.